New York Knicks fans, we are at a crossroads right now as the NBA trade deadline is only 3 days away. But the New York Knicks are also on a 6-game winning streak after defeating the likes of the Philadelphia 76ers, the Toronto Raptors on the road, and then beating the Los Angeles Lakers in a dominant second half home win tonight at Madison Square Garden. What do the Knicks do at the trade deadline? We are going to get into every scenario possible that you could imagine in this video. I'll share my opinion on what I think the Knicks should do, what I think that they will do, and what I think that they won't do. If you guys like New York Knicks content all day, every day, as much as I possibly can push out, Giants content, Mets content, wrestling content, a lot of stuff on the channel coming at you hot and heavy. New York Knicks trade deadline news every single day until February 5th. We'll have all the news breaking, the rumors down for you. But first, if you guys could do me a big solid, like this video, subscribe to this channel. We will follow all things New York Knicks up until the trade deadline, All-Star break, and post-All-Star break. Well, there'll be about 25 games left to go before the Knicks go on their championship hunt. It's been so long for the Knicks for a championship run, right? That's why I'm so hard on the New York Knicks. They were my first favorite team coming up as a sports fan when I was 8 years old. Basketball, the New York Knicks was my first love when it came to sports. So I'm harder on the Knicks than I am on any other of my favorite teams. Okay? So when I see what I don't deem to be championship level basketball, inconsistent basketball, I can't be faulted for what I see. Okay? I've seen a team become soft when they play teams like the Detroit Pistons and the Boston Celtics. I've seen the Celtics, especially the Pistons, bully the shit out of the New York Knicks. I've seen it. That series last year was not easy for the Knicks. It was not easy. And if you don't think the Pistons this year are better, more hungry, want to come at the New York Knicks for what they did to them last year, you're mistaken, not me. Can this Knicks team, currently constructed, defeat the Detroit Pistons in a 7-game series? Ask yourself that. And then don't just ask yourself that. Be real with yourself. You just watched the Pistons wax the New York Knicks a couple of weeks ago by 30. The Knicks have trouble with the Magic, who are a physical team. Ask yourself and be honest with yourself. The Knicks got ousted by the Pacers back-to-back seasons now. Now, the Pacers are irrelevant to this conversation, but it's just the point that I'm making. It was a struggle in that Pistons series. It was a struggle against the Celtics, although they won the series in 6. They were down by 20-plus points in 3 of those 6 games. That's not sustainable, guys. Open your eyes. Open your eyes to this. You got to open your eyes because now that the Pacers are pretty much out of this, the Celtics, who are still a tough out for the Knicks, despite not having Jason Tatum, if you're taking the Celtics lightly, you're going to be mistaken come postseason time. If you take the Celtics lightly, without Jason Tatum, reality is going to check you. If you believe the Pistons are not better than they were last season, reality will slap you in the face. If you don't believe the 76ers are a tough matchup for the Knicks, when Karl Anthony Towns is on the court, you are sadly mistaken. The Orlando Magic match up very well with the Knicks. Very well. I would hate to see them in a postseason series. Not saying the Knicks can't beat them, but they match up extremely well with this team, man. It is by matchups. There are teams that the Knicks match up well with, and there are teams that they just don't seem to match up well with. The teams that the Knicks do match up well with seem to be Toronto. I've seen them dominate Denver multiple times in the last 2 seasons. I've seen them dominate Memphis. Now I'm talking all NBA, not just East. And I've seen the Knicks get bodied by the Pistons, bodied by the Orlando Magic, Bodied by the Pacers. Am I missing something? What am I missing, guys? I know they're on a 6-game winning streak. We're all excited about that. You're allowed. This is why the internet is a scary place. This is why the internet is full of a lot of dummies, and this is why sports fans just can't comprehend. They can't take in one thing in this year, another thing in this year, and then let them both have their own opinion. They just clash. Only things matter for sports fans is, I mean, it's like, I can't even get the words out because I'm so frustrated. But this is what, like, Knicks fans especially, I'm not aware of other fans around the league, but Knicks fans especially can't seem to comprehend that you're allowed to be excited about a 6-game winning streak, but also want the team to get better for a championship run, because what I've watched the last 2 years was not championship level basketball. I'm not playing devil's advocate. I'm just putting the opinion out there that you might like some of the guys on this team, but I've also watched the same guys on this team get bodied and herbed and bullied and punished on the basketball court. By the Pacers, by the Magic, by the Pistons. I've seen it. And I'm worried about this team. If you just think the Knicks are going to coast straight to the NBA Finals, reality is going to check you very quickly. Because right now you cannot tell me, until proven otherwise, that the Knicks are better than the Detroit Pistons. You can't tell me it. Now the homer in you might just say, "Oh, the Knicks are just better. The Knicks are better." They're not, though. This specific season, the Knicks are not better right now than the Detroit Pistons. Can they get to the postseason and beat Detroit like they did last year? Yes. Can that happen? Of course. But the Knicks need to show it. Now, it's like the 6-game winning streak right now is just blinding Knicks fans to the fact that we played the most dog shit basketball for 2 weeks. Show me a championship team that has the same run that the Knicks had this season, getting embarrassed on Martin Luther King Day to the Dallas Mavericks, who were down 7 players. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen to championship teams. You might lose to a bad team, like the Hornets will beat the Thunder one night, but the Hornets are fully healthy beating the Thunder. The Hornets won't have 7 guys missing and then go beat the Thunder by 25. That won't happen. I've seen this script before with Knicks fans. Keep everybody because you're comfortable with the product that you know. Keep the product as is. And don't mix anything up, because God forbid we go for it harder. God forbid we go for it with more intensity. God forbid we go for it with players you don't know how they're going to play in New York. God forbid we go for it trading away some of your fan favorites. You can't have it both ways, because the same people, and this sucks to do during a 6-game winning streak, but some of you guys are ridiculous. The same people that are telling me, don't go out and trade for Giannis, are the same people that are going to come back to me during the playoffs when the Knicks get ousted by the Pistons and herbed and bodied and bullied, and you're going to tell me, no, the Pistons are just better. We made the right decision. Don't come at me with that. Because all of you guys last year, were all on the Giannis train. Every single one of you guys. Not every single one. I'm sorry. A lot of you guys were on the Giannis train in the offseason. Now all of a sudden it's different. What makes it different? It's not like the Knicks are 40 and 10. It's not like they're playing on the levels of the Pistons and the Thunder. And those teams who you could see getting to a finals. What's changed with this team? What's changed with the roster that you're not willing to go out and get one of the best players on planet Earth right now? And miss me with the shit that he's injured. If you don't think he's going to rev up and kick it into high gear after February 5th, you're crazy. He'll be back within 2 weeks of the trade deadline. Right after the trade deadline, he'll be back within 2 weeks. I guarantee it. I'd be shocked if he's not. So again, one more warning to everybody that wants to keep this together. And again, you know what? I'm fine with keeping it together. I'm fine with running it back with the current squad and adding a Jose Alvarado, a Sadiq Bey, getting another shooter off the bench, getting another big off the bench, getting another guard off the bench, get Yabusele's ass out off this team. I'm perfectly fine with that strategy. First of all, I'm fine with, I want Giannis. That's my number one thing. If you're not going to do it, tier below, add the bench players, add the role players. I'm fine with that. But don't come back to me in the postseason when the Knicks get eliminated. And I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying, don't come back to me and say that the Knicks should have gotten Giannis at that point, because you guys wanted to run it back. Now, I think that that's a wrong decision. I hope I am dead wrong about that. I promise you, I want to be wrong about that prediction. I want to be wrong about Karl Anthony Towns being the number 2 on a championship team. I want to be wrong about Mikal Bridges giving me consistent play night in and night out. I want to be wrong about that stuff. I would much rather be wrong and admit that I was wrong if it meant the Knicks winning a championship. My ego is not big. I'm a big guy, but my ego is not big. I promise you that. I will admit that I'm wrong if the Knicks go on and win a championship. I promise you that. But until proven otherwise, getting Giannis here is the best move to go and win a championship. Barring you don't gut your entire roster, obviously. And if they run it back, add a couple of pieces, then we rock with that team post-trade deadline. We rock with them to the postseason, and we hope for the best. That's all we could do now. Knicks are on a 6-game winning streak. I wish I was a little more positive about it, but fans just act like you can't have two opinions at once. This is what I don't understand. Just because somebody like me wants to go out and trade for Giannis doesn't mean I'm not still allowed to cheer for my favorite team when they win basketball games. The quicker people comprehend common sense and how the human mind works, it'll be a lot easier for you. But just when you guys want to stand on your own opinions, stand on them. Don't be afraid. Don't go with the crowd. Don't go with the mob. Stand on your toes and stand on your opinions. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. It is what it is. Again, I'd rather be wrong and the Knicks stay status quo, add a piece, go to the championship, we all celebrate together. I'd rather be wrong and admit that I was wrong. Trust me about that. 6-game winning streak for the New York Knicks. Positive news. Hopefully I put this video out before a trade is made. That would suck. But New York Knicks basketball playing very well right now. 6 wins in a row. We are back on Tuesday night. We will try to make it 7 in a row. Guys, if you got this far, much appreciated. God help you that you got this far in this video, guys. Until the next one, New York Knicks, 6-game winning streak. Let's keep it rolling.